Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you. Some people ask why is it that sometimes I wear a clerical collar and other times I don't. Well, really, the clerical collar is just to indicate your designation, your insignia, and it's one of those things that hasn't always been part of the church. In fact, uh, it wasn't the Catholic Church that started wearing them first. Before Vatican II, most often a priest would wear cassocks. I have a cassock, sometimes I wear it. You'll see Father James sometimes wearing his. It's just an indication to it. If the cassock in some parts of the world has been replaced with a black suit with a clerical collar. So you, particularly if you go to Rome, you see all these guys wandering around the place, not with cassocks on, but with black suits and collars to indicate that they are members of clergy. Um, one might say, well, what's that got to do with our reflection today? Well, today is the feast of Saint Dominic, and Saint Dominic was a friar. No, not fish and chips. A friar and a monk, and he was somebody who lived around about the same time as Saint Francis. Saint Francis, if you remember, wore a very simple outfit. He wore a dark brown cloak and a piece of rope around his waist and a bit of a hood, and that was kind of the influence in terms of what friars would wear. St. Dominic was subsequently began his order, also focusing very much on poverty. They prized poverty, but you'll find if you have a look at the Dominicans that they wear white, whereas the Franciscans wear the dark brown. And then, of course, you get different orders of Franciscans. So, yeah, but that's just an indication. Different orders wear different outfits, but they're all indicating their position with their insignia. Um, Saint Dominic was the founder of the order of preachers, the Franciscans, and they are considered to be also very, very focused on, as I said, on poverty, but very good as preachers. Now, that fits in quite nicely with our reading today from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 17, where Jesus is being challenged to actually pay taxes. And he then says, well, go and catch a fish and you'll find there'll be a shekel in the mouth of the fish. And so, well, why is it that Jesus felt that paying taxes was not necessarily his responsibility? Because in those days, the sons of kings were not obliged to pay taxes. Jesus considered himself to be the son of a king. Well, not a king himself. Yeah, he talks about, the kingship. Kingdom of heaven is this. And so therefore Jesus felt it wasn't necessary for him to do so. These days we are obliged to pay taxes. And it would be good, I think, if we started working into a mentality that paying a portion of what we earn should really go to the work of God and should really go to the churches. So it's not a question of saying, you must tithe. Well, we can tithe in different ways. We can tithe in our energy and our enthusiasm. But yes, church does need a bit of money. So if we can, good to do it. So you keep well. We'll see you again. God bless. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.